Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper. I am doing a comprehensive review series of Optimus Prime figures called That's Just Prime. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine video, unboxings, vlogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at a KO MP28 Hot Rodimus, and I love this toy. Now, I want to give real special thanks to my buddy James. He saw the pictures and the posts that I had been making about finding the G1 reissue of Hot Rod, and he sent me a text and he said, "Hey man, I'm getting you something for Christmas so you can review it. It goes right along with the Hot Rod thing that you've been doing lately." And I got this in the mail, and he told me, yeah, it's the KO version, but I'm getting really good reviews of it. So yeah, I was really excited and really pleased to get this. And this is an absolutely just fun and gorgeous figure. I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's real easy to play with, and it's just stunning in both car and in robot mode. So James, again, thank you so much for sending me this. I am absolutely loving this. Now, like I mentioned twice now, this is the KO version of the MP28 Hot Rod or Rodimus. I don't have an official one of the MP28. I do have the MP09, the American version, and we'll be taking a look at that later in the comparison. But I don't have the original version of this to compare. But quite honestly, if I didn't know any better, I wouldn't have known that this is a KO. This is just an absolutely perfect figure. The package is beautiful. All the accessories are perfect, and I can't find any QC issues with this. I'm just absolutely cannot stop gushing over this figure. The figure was originally released in February of 2016, and we've got here our original Hot Rod car mode that's absolutely gorgeous. Here in car mode, Hot Rod is about 6 inches long and about 1.5 inches tall at the top of the spoiler. So very low profile, very beautiful figure. You can see he rolls just fine, and the details are just absolutely stunning. Now, he does come with some weapons and some accessories. We'll back up just a little bit and take a look at those. We've got a couple of handguns here. So we'll just bring these in close so you can see what they look like. So we've got those, and we can take these and flip them. And there are slots here on the roof of the car, and you can just slot them right in there, just like so. And you can have yourself an armored up Hot Rod mode there. And then he comes with 2 other accessories that we'll be looking at in further detail when we get in the robot mode. But he's got his saw blade arm attachment there, and he's also got, I love this, I absolutely love this, he comes with this fishing pole, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll take a look at that later. Now, another thing that you can do in this mode here, we'll pull these apart, is you can open up the engine, and then you can use again the same slot that we were using a moment ago for the roof, and you can slot that right into the engine compartment and have yourself a sort of Target Master style Hot Rod right there with the weapons that he comes with. Unfortunately, I tried it with the Target Master that came with the US version of the MP Hot Rod, and this, he can hold this as a weapon in robot mode, but this peg just simply won't fit into that slot, which is really unfortunate. I really wish they would have found a way to do this. That would have been awesome, but alas, what are you going to do? So we'll set him aside, and let me back up just a little more, and for comparison, here he is with the current G1 reissue that's in stores right now, so you can see how those stack up together. And then here he is with the previous Masterpiece version, and this was the US version, the one that was exclusive to Toys R Us, and you can see quite the size difference on these guys there. So let's see if we can look at all 3 of these in one shot. That would be pretty nice. There you go. So there's all 3 of them together. That looks pretty nice. All right, getting into transformation. Transformation is really super simple. We're going to start right up here in the front. We're going to take the sides of the vehicle and just pop these off and bend them downwards. And I'm probably going to want to We'll set them up like that. And am I backed up as far as I can go? Yes, I am. All right. All right, next, we're going to come down here to the bottom. Oh, I guess I can show this. This really doesn't have much purpose in car mode, but you can open the hood and you can see the matrix in there. And then if you look at him from the bottom, you can see his head. That's about it. So, all right, so going right back down to the bottom again, take this panel here and push it forward as far as you can get it. And then we're going to unclip the front of the vehicle there and there. Get that out of the way. Move the arms out of the way. And then get this whole front of the vehicle, rather, to rotate all the way around. There's a peg and a slot right there. Just peg that right into place. Bring the arms out. Rotate them. Move the camera up a little more. I really love the way they work this out. So you're going to take the shoulder and rotate it over and around the wheel and then turn the bottom of the arm around. I really like the way they did that little detail there. That works so well. Bring that down. Open the side of the arm up. You can bring out the fists. Close that back up again. Same thing on that side there. Okay, so now we're going to take the sides of the, move the arms out of the way. There. I'm going to take these sides of the vehicle. These are going to fold in and form his torso, just like that. Come around the back, work around the back a little bit. We're going to bring the head up, bring the engine down under that orange compartment right there, and bring that forward, just like that. Bring these panels down, and these are going to help clip in the place right there at the back of his neck to help line everything up and hold it in place, just like that. Bring the arms down again and just rotate them forward. Get them out of the way. Now, going to the back of the car, we're going to take the legs down here. We're going to pull them from the entire rear of the car, just like that. Take the tail lights, fold them inwards, and then take the entire rear quarter of the car here, and you're going to fold these inwards. And when you do that, these wheels are going to push up on those panels there. And watch these little scoops up here. They're going to pop up just like that, which is really cool. Kind of giving them these little scoops, or kind of like a jetpack looking scoops on his backpack there later on. Very cool. Okay, separate those. Bring this all the way up. There is a tab on the back of his neck that's going to go into that slot on the car roof right there. So line that up and slot it in. Just like that. And then this is going to hinge inwards, and there are pegs or slot tabs here. They're going to go into those slots down there. Pick those there and there. And then finally, there are two slots on the window, and there is a hook tab here, and then another tab on the bottom there. So you're going to want to get that top one in first, and then push that bottom one in. Same thing on this side. There you go. Finally, take the fin, spin it around. There's the top of the robot, all done. Now, coming to the legs, we're going to separate these, open the rear panels up, and then accordion out the leg. There's a tab inside of his knee that's going to go into that slot on the knee cap. So tab that in, close that, and then open up the feet like that. Same thing on the other side, and we're pretty much done. Bring that down. Open up the foot. Get him all nice and straightened out. And the camera backed up. Looking nice. And there is MP Hot Rodimus in robot mode. Here in robot mode, Hot Rod or Hot Rodimus is approximately 7.5 inches tall, and as you can see, he is just absolutely stunning, beautiful figure. So going all the way around, he does have a little bit of a backpack. It's really not as big as I thought. When I saw it in pictures and when I saw reviews of it, I thought that the backpack looked a little huge. It's really not. It's not as obtrusive, and it really does hide well. And you got to consider that pretty much the entire car is folded up in this backpack right there. So that's really not that bad. It doesn't look great from the top, but from the side, from behind, it really doesn't look bad at all. Really, really forgivable. Very gorgeous figure. I love the way this looks all the way around. Very little kibble hanging off of him. Beautiful, beautiful figure. For articulation, the head can move side to side, up and down. He does have a hinge there, so he can look all the way up, just like that. On the shoulders, you can go all the way around on the shoulders. You can go in and out, forward and backwards. Rotation at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and the fists are on a peg, so they do have a rotation at the wrist. And then because of the transformation, you can also bring them in a little bit. You do have a hinge at the fingers. All the fingers are hinged in together. And there is a slot right in there for his weapons and accessories, which we'll be looking at here in a little bit. Waist articulation, you can rotate at the wrist or at the waist, and you do have a little bit of an ab crunch, which is really nice. You can go for a full sitting position, and we'll look at that in a little while as well. Legs can go forward, backwards, in and out, rotate at the hip, rotate. No, they don't rotate at the knee. I thought they rotated at the knee. They didn't. Bend that far at the knee, and then the feet can go forwards and backwards, and no ankle rocker, unfortunately. That's really kind of the only thing that's missing on this figure. Now, let's look at everything this figure can do, because it's just absolutely incredible. Actually, let's look at this figure first. Let's do a comparison. Let's try to back up as far as we can. And then we'll get into all the accessories and weapons, because there is a lot. So here he is next to G1 Hot Rod. So these guys over this way. And then here he is with the previous Masterpiece Hot Rod. And again, this is the American release. That was exclusive to Toys R Us, so I don't have the trailer to do Rodimus Prime with them. But there you go. That's what all of these guys look like together. Now, set these guys back off to the side again. And let's look at everything Hot Rod can do, because Hot Rod can do quite a bit of things. So, starting off with the head, we're going to open up the head. And you might need some assistance getting in here. This tends to be a little difficult to get out, at least for me. Once you get it out, you can bring this all the way down, just like so. Close his head back up. And he's got his visor from that scene in the movie when he was looking up at the shuttle. So that's pretty cool. You can open that back up again, flip it back in. There you go. There it is. Now, you can take either arm, will work. Doesn't matter which one you do. Open it up and put the fist away. And that's going to leave you with a peg right there where the wrist should be. You can take his saw blade and just peg it in right there. There you go. And that will spin. It holds in place just nice. And you can also rotate it, which I think is cool, because it kind of gives you almost like a wrist articulation for the saw blade, which is really ingenious. So you can go sideways with it if you want to cut some of those vines down, or, you know, whatever the case may be, you can do it. And that was my fault. That was not the toy's fault. That was my fault. And that, yeah, there you go. You can absolutely spin it. Very, very cool. Going to get the hand back out again. And then, of course, like I mentioned, there are slots in here, so you can hold either one of his weapons. So you'll take the weapons. We flip them like this for car mode, so you're going to flip them back like that so that the handle has the slots. And then you can just slot those right in. Just like that. And then the hand will wrap itself around the gun. Same thing on this one. Bring it this way so you can see what I'm doing. Slot that right in there, close his hands up, and then we can give him a cool pose. And there you go. Focus that in, and now Hot Rod can hold either one of his weapons, just like that. And it doesn't matter which weapon is on which hand. It really doesn't matter. And then, again, one other thing that you can do, we'll take both of these off. If you have the Target Master, if you have Firebolt, actually, he wasn't called Firebolt. They called him something else for the MP release, but I don't remember what it was, because for me, that's Firebolt. But you can, if you have Firebolt from the previous MP release, that will slot right into his hand. It fits very nicely. Wrap his hand around the handle, and there you go. Now you got yourself a Target Master Hot Rod, which is really nice. I mean, it's a shame that we can't do the Target Master gimmick in car mode, but at least we can do it for robot mode. And it holds pretty steady. It looks really, really nice. So the options are there. And then finally, the last accessory that we got, and this one is just absolutely amazing, is the fishing rod, which he can absolutely hold in his hands. And you can actually roll it up and get him holding it in both hands, which you can then set up to look like this. And how cool is this? This is just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. How beautiful is it that you can actually do that with a figure? The only thing missing out of this figure would have been maybe a Daniel figure with a little hoverboard to go with him. And then you can just set them up to look like that. That's absolutely amazing. This is just so cool. I love it. I'm tempted to display him like this because that's just absolutely amazing. And finally, the last thing we've got to left to look at is going to be in the hood. We can pop the hood open. There is a double hinge on this side, so you can scoot this over to the side, and then the whole thing's going to swing open just like a door to reveal the Matrix of Leadership, which admittedly seems to be sitting a little low, but it's still sitting nicely inside of his chest cavity, and it's understandable because of the engine. So you can't reach in here, and I may need assistance once again from my samurai sword. Pop that right out. Get his Matrix out. Pop that back in place. And we'll take a look at the Matrix itself. Very nice looking Matrix, a little die-cast Matrix. Nothing we haven't seen before. So, and of course, he can hold this in his hands. So we'll go ahead and do that now. And then go ahead and open it so that he can light the Autobot's darkest hours. And I keep going back and forth on this figure because now I have a new idea of how I may want to display this. I don't know. Oh, it's such a great figure. It's so posable. And it's just got so many options for display. It's such a fun figure. I really do love this figure a lot. So I think that about covers the KO of MP28 Hot Rodimus. Again, thank you, James, so much for sending me this figure for review. I absolutely adore it. Do you have a request or an idea or a suggestion of something you'd like to see me review in the future? Let me know by leaving me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.